Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video. We got the Harley Quinn first appearance comic coming to the DC NFT platform, and this is really a nice comic. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a really good one in my opinion on the drop. It's going to be definitely one I think you should go for. I'm going to go for it as well. This drops on January the 12th over on DC NFT, and this is really cool because they're doing the unique covers on this particular one. I actually thought when this came out in the announcement that they're going to do the graded covers because it's a bit of an older comic. It's from 1993, which isn't old for me, but for some people that might be very old. But anyway, they're going to be doing different covers, and here are the cover variants right here. So you let me know in the comment section if you're going to be going for this comic. I'm going to break down some of the numbers for you, show you in this video what it's worth in the real world, and then give you just a general price sort of prediction for you. And we'll see where it goes from there. But I definitely think it's going to be a good one. So make sure you hit like if you like the video, and then comment as well on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you there. Let me know if you get it tomorrow. Let's have some fun with this. This is the kind of stuff I look for on DC NFT. I don't go for every comic, but I do go for what I think are the good ones. So you can see the different variants right here. Now, let's just quickly go back to the email. So if you're, a Batcow holder and stuff, you get this email sent to you, which is really good. Batman Adventures, he breaks down everything. Thursday the 12th. Okay, so you have the same thing. You have, though, this is a little bit different, which is really cool. So Batcow holders have early access, but if you're on DC NFT and you have Harley Quinn's, awesome boxes of mayhem, those little boxes and stuff that they have, they're really cool. They look like little Jack in the Boxes. They're quite beautiful. If you have one of those, you also get early access. So this is really interesting. I knew that those would have utility eventually. I mean, I figured it would. People thought we would get, some utility on those, which means early access. And there you go. So if you have either one, you're good to go. You don't just have to have the Batcow. And that speaks volumes for the future, because if they do like a Superman sort of thing later on, then maybe that'll be early access to, like, say, an Action Comics 1 or something like that. Who knows? We'll see what happens, of course. But 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, that's the early access. So you want to go there. And if you get your comic there, great. But you can get two of these. So you might be able to get early access and get one, and then you might be able to get one later at the public sale, which is at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And then, of course, you'll find out, what you get at 11 a.m. There's only 4,000 of these, so it's really nice and scarce again, which is an interesting thing that they're doing right here with how scarce they're giving these comics, because for mass adoption later, this might be a problem because there's not that many of them, but it's going to be worth a little bit more because of that. But we'll see right here. So anyway, if you click over there, you can see it on Twitter as well. They have the nice little cover right here, which is really fun. And then, of course, there they are on DC. You can see the countdown for when I'm doing this video is about 20 hours away. So it should be good. Now, let's check out and see how much this comic goes for in the real world, just for some fun. We go over to Go Collect right here, and you can see that on a 9.8, there's about 1,100 copies. So there's a decent amount that are graded, okay? A 9.6 is a fair market value, and this is in US dollars of about 975, so about 1,000. So the 9.8, is around, a couple $1,000 people will pay for it. So it's no slouch at all. It's a pretty good comic for sure. And if you check over on eBay, I like to go to eBay and I like to look at the most recent solds. Okay, and you can see that there was an offer. This one right here was purchased quite recently. Okay, and this one went for just under 270, but this is a different variation right here. This is the one you want to look for on January the 8th. This raw copy sold for about 537 Canadian, which is about 450 US. So you can see that a raw copy ungraded in good condition goes for like 450 to 500 US right now. So that's really nice. And that's not even graded. So if you can get up there to a 9.8, you're looking at some higher ones right here. And if we want to actually click on the grade right here, we can actually look at this comic and we can see the higher levels. If we can find, here's a 9.8, you can see that someone's sold this one right here for 3,600 Canadian. So you can see that's about 3,000, US, 2,500 to 3,000 US. So this comic is no slouch, everybody. It's quite nice at the highest grade levels, even though there's a decent amount of them, right? So right there, you can see that there's a lot. Actually, there's 1,100, but that's okay because this is a new platform. This is DC NFT. So what do I think this price is going to go for? Well, we have really no idea. The market's really going to tell us for sure. You can see the different cover variants here. I personally think that the common cover right here that they're going to do is going to be the most popular. I actually personally think this, I could be totally wrong, but I think it's probably going to outprice the uncommon and even maybe the rare. So I think this one will go for like anywhere from 80 to 100 or so right off the bat. We'll see. And then, because I think because of this particular comic run and these covers, which are really all beautiful, I do think that common is the one that people are going to want the most. But, we could be wrong. So I'm thinking could be like the common could get up to 80 or so. We'll see. And then the uncommon should fall below that. The rare could match it. But then you get to the epic with Bruce Timm, and that is a beautiful cover. I think that one's going to do really well. I think it's going to be over 100. And then I think the legendary is probably going to come in around 250 or so. I could be wrong, but somewhere around that range sounds about right to me. It could be a bit lower. It could be higher, right? Of course, but somewhere around 200 to 250 or so, I think. And I think the common here is probably about, like anywhere like probably about 80 at the highest. Okay. So this is just what I'm thinking. Now you let me know what you're thinking. I don't know for sure. Nobody knows. The market will tell us, and whatever it tells us, that's great. But I'm going to go for this one for sure. I'm going to go through the process, even though it takes a little bit of time. I think in a comic like this, it's definitely worth it. And, we're thinking long-term here, everybody. We're thinking down the road. Remember, DC in the movies is making a lot of changes with like their executives and all that kind of stuff. But, the Harley Quinn, the actor, she's still apparently signed. So I think she's doing a fantastic job. This is Margot Robbie. So we're probably going to see her a lot more. And Harley Quinn is going nowhere. Of course, she's going to be around. So I definitely think this is a good one to go for. Let me know what you think. Good luck on the drop. I'll see you in the next video, and happy collecting.